Welcome to episode number 20 of season 2 of Making the Brands, brought to you guys by Bullseye Merch. We're excited that we got more tours coming.
Yeah.
You know? How are you doing today?
Good, man. Good. What's up with you, man?
Good. We're talking about, a whole new tour.
Yeah.
For 2023. I mean, we want to let the fans know that it's not just like just print stuff and just make it happen. It does take its time. Right now we're in October.
Yeah.
And the tour starts early 2023. So
Yes.
we're starting with the development. That's what we're going to talk to you guys about. What goes into it. All the ideas. And projects that we want to do with this tour.
Yeah. So we're referring to Los Temerarios tour 2023.
Yep.
And that starts, like you said, early 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like you said, it does take time to plan, and the more time that we have, the better. Yeah, the better that it comes out.
The better quality, the better, more ideas.
More ideas,
pop up,
exactly.
Right?
And sometimes we don't have the luxury of that time.
Right.
There's been times where we start a tour with weeks.
1 week.
Yeah. Hey, we got to start, we got to start
by the end of the week.
Yeah. And that gets a little challenging, but we're never going to
turn down a challenge.
Yeah. Like I said, to the contrary, I love challenges.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
So that's always cool. However, in this case, it's cool because we still have some months of planning and development. And, I was talking to their management earlier this week, and we, that's the conversation. That's what the conversation was about, that the fact that we have a few months. So, I presented a few ideas to them. Yeah. And I told them, hey, listen, right now that we have time, there's some things that we can develop now that can be ready in a couple of months, so we can launch them for the tour kickoff.
Start working on the designs and the ideas. See what will work out best.
Yeah, I mean, in general, we have an idea of the typical items that we do. You have your official tour shirt all the time. Your official
with the dates and the back.
Yeah. Those are the typical items.
Right.
With planning and time, you could get a little bit more creative, and that's when you can go outside the box and start thinking of specialty items. Right. So that's kind of what we're going to be covering today. The full lineup of what we want to offer for this next coming tour. Yep. What's going to be cool about this one is because they've been out for a few years now.
3 years now.
They've been out for about 3 years. Since the pandemic started or whatever. Yeah. And I feel that there's a good buzz behind them right now, because it's like I know that last year we were going through like vintage bands coming back, retro, and performing again. They hadn't performed in years, and it kind of had like that vibe going, like, oh, it's retro again, coming back. So with them, it's the same thing. And I think people are looking forward to seeing them perform again. Yeah. And I'm confident that it's gonna be a good tour, and it's gonna be, I want to say, better than what's expected when I first heard of the tour 2-3 years ago, because this tour has been pushed back. Right. Yeah. Multiple years. Multiple years. As a matter of fact, this tour that's kicking off early 23 was supposed to kick off this year, and everything was separate. Right. And I recall I think it was in late December or early January of this year, they decided to...
Of last year.
Late December of last year, early January this year, they decided to postpone it till 2023. I guess they felt that it was just safer, better for them. Yeah, right. For them. So I know there's anticipation behind it.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of buzz. A lot of people are talking about it. So yeah.
Yeah, and the way we are able to gauge that is because I know that they do that they were gonna do the Forum. The Forum is it's a venue that's in LA County, and it's a popular venue, and this was last year in 21 when they announced it. and it sold out.
Right?
It sold out the first. It sold out.
Pretty quick, right?
Quick. It sold out the first night.
Yeah.
So then they added an additional day, and I was like, okay, there's gonna be a good buzz behind this because they've been out for a few years, and
there's definitely demand for it. The fans want to see them.
Yeah, and they, like I said, I started looking at their lineup. They sent me the tour, the tour dates, the locations, and so forth. And I was like, all right, cool. I started doing a little bit of research, and I was looking at their ticket sales, and they were doing well.
Right.
And there was still some time for the tour, so I was like, all right, cool. So right now there is a demand in it, and for them. And like I said, we're like, you know what? Let's get creative and let's come up with some cool items that we've never offered before for them.
Right.
For them.
Yeah. So, like we all started thinking like, what can work? What can work? What would the fans like?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's always, like one of the items that we're definitely going to have is, their original logo, which is, one of this.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it's always us thinking about what the fans would like.
Right.
That's one of our priorities.
Yeah.
We definitely want to make it something that they're going to enjoy.
Yeah.
They're going to appreciate. They're going to be like, hey, there was thought behind into this, or it wasn't just like, just random stuff. So, we do. That's why we're having this conversation now, is to be able to discuss those ideas and to see what's the best products that we're going to be able to offer.
Yeah.
That it's going to look like hey, man, this lineup is nice and so forth.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we always have the fans, the number one fans, in mind.
Always.
So, we look at who goes to the concerts, like who is the fan?
Yeah.
Right. And based on that, it's kind of like we customize something that fan would enjoy, that would be like appreciative of.
Yes. Right? Yes. And we have to do that. We have to do that. And sometimes it can get a little challenging because like us being in this business, we deal with so many different artists and well, they all have their own, I want to say look and feel.
Yeah.
Look and feel. And then there's our own, like, I want to say our own biases, meaning that, oh, well, I would like that.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. I would like that, or I would like that.
I would wear that.
I would wear that.
Right.
However, we have to take out sometimes what we like.
Take ourselves out of the equation, right?
Yeah, to a certain extent,
right,
and to a certain degree, because we do at the same time are fans of this. We know these bands well. We know their music. We know their fan base. We know their likes, dislikes, or whatever. So it's a combination. Mm-hmm. We do have to include what we like as well, but it cannot only be focused on that.
Right.
Because like I said, even before we started, we were having a conversation, and I brought up a few things, and you guys were like, nah, like I don't think that would sell. And you know what? Although I feel that those are cool items, they're cool items, and I was thinking like, hey man, maybe we should offer them. You guys brought up some good points, and I was like, okay, cool. We'll scratch those, and let's talk about some new ones.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, it's like more. I'm based on data, right?
Yeah.
What works, what sells, what the fans like, and it's also good to explore, right? To like, let's give this a try.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it has to be a good combination of both.
Yeah.
Stuff that's gonna sell, and then let's try something new as well, right? And then that's part of the development.
Yeah.
Because if we're just like, this is what sells, let's just keep doing
that.
that.
Yeah.
Like it would never grow. Like the fans would never get anything new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's cool that to have both elements.
Yeah.
And then that balances it out, and like it makes for a great display, a great collection. Like if the fans get everything, because a lot of fans do, they're like, I want that, and two of each, and all that. So I think it's a really good fan base.
Yeah. Well, that's one of my things that sometimes I get a little excited and a little crazy, is that I do like to offer like just some random different items that have nothing to do with that, and it's because I like to try new things.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I like to try new things because like maybe sometimes we feel that they're not gonna like it because we were used to only offering a certain type of item.
Right.
But we're not gonna know if we don't try it sometimes, you know. And then sometimes the actual fan is not gonna know that they would like something like that until they see it. Until they see it.
Right.
And yeah, there's been some times where maybe they didn't. There's some items that we dropped that they didn't do what we expected it. However, we tried it.
Right.
And I'm okay with the learning lesson.
Exactly.
Remember, these are
everything's a learning curve.
Lessons, not losses, man. That's the way that I always see that, man. So, but going back to what you said earlier, like for sure, like you talked about the hoodie that you're wearing, that's a no-brainer with that one.
People are automatically going to pick it up.
That's a no-brainer with that one. For sure, we're offering that one, that logo on a hoodie, on a shirt,
V-neck for the ladies,
and a V-neck for the women. So that's like guaranteed that's going to go on with that because that's like their iconic logo, their classic logo.
So you can also get it on on the Bullseye page. So go to Bullseye merch and then go click on Los Temerarios and you can also purchase it there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can check it out right there as well too. That's available now.
Yep.
But for the tour, like I said, in the past, like I mean, that's one of their best sellers.
Yeah.
And it's gonna continue to be a bestseller.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, that's already hands down. So that's already 3 items that are already included in that lineup.
Right.
The hoodie, the shirt, and the V-neck.
Yep.
So now
we're also developing the tour shirt, right?
Yes.
Tour dates on the back.
Yes.
Nice image of both of the singers.
Yes. So that's already 2 more items because with that one, it's like you said, there's the official tour shirt, and that's the one with the, like you said, the dates, the name of the tour, their image, their logos, and all that stuff. And we're gonna offer that in 2 versions as well, which is the short sleeve and the long sleeve. The long sleeve. So like I said, that covers already our official tour shirt, our official their tour logo that they've been having for years, and those are like that's the least that you can expect, you know.
Right,
that's like the typical.
That's a given.
Those are the typical items that you can. Now it's time to develop other items that we need to include that are going to be, different.
Yeah,
different
that's what we were talking about earlier.
That's what
what works, like what people want to see. So we came up with a few
we went over a few ideas, and so far what we have is, like I said, we mentioned those 2. We want to develop what was it, like we talked about, we're gonna develop
shot glasses.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be cool. A shot glass, but so it's not only gonna be like a regular shot glass. So it's always, what we always try to do is, like I said, like how can we make this like, what is it, like custom or just different than your typical stuff?
Right, make it special, make it like stand out, make it different.
So we want to make it stand out, so we're gonna customize it. So we're gonna, right now the idea is to create a custom mold for it. That's so far the plan. I mean, we just talked about it a few minutes ago, so it hasn't really fully been established. But the idea as of now is that it's gonna be a shot glass with a custom mold. And what I see is their logo kind of like sticking out, their wolf logo. And then it's going to be like embossed, I want to say.
Right.
And then that's so far what's in the head right now.
You guys have the premiere, like once we have it, we'll show you here.
Yeah, well, you can refer back to this video we're talking about. But like I said, that's what we're doing. We're developing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
We're developing. Nothing is finalized yet. It starts with an idea.
Right.
And then from there, we fully develop
so we want you guys to be part of it, just to I remember when they were just talking about it, and here it is.
Yes, and yeah, definitely, like we do want the fans involved, because I mean, ultimately, like I said, we do it for them.
Right.
We do it for them to make sure they have something that they're gonna enjoy, and that they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna cherish, man. Because that's like their band,
a memorable item. Or items,
items. So that's an item that we're gonna give a shot.
Right.
Literally. Yeah. The shot glasses, and so that's one. We also mentioned that what else?
Koozies.
Okay, koozies.
I never imagined that those do well, right? I mean, our advantage. I call it an advantage that we talk to a lot of venues, a lot of people that work at the venues, and we get a lot of inside information, I guess you can say, that gives us that edge. compared to other companies. I mean, that's just how I see it. Yeah. And it tells out this type of items do well. I mean, we don't know why, but they do well. All right, cool. So let's give it a shot.
Yeah, I've heard that from multiple venues as well. And sometimes, like I said, it's our own blockage, that doesn't want to allow, whatever. Oh, whatever. Like let's just go with what we know works. But you know what? No, like I said, we have time, so we're gonna do it this time. And you know what? Why not? I feel that the reason that it works is like, let's say you're gonna buy the tour T-shirt, right? The tour T-shirt, but you want one additional thing. Yeah. You want one other thing.
A gift for somebody or like for yourself.
Like something. And you don't want to buy another tour shirt because you already have it. You're like, damn, I already have a tour shirt. Yeah. That's all I really want, but I don't want another shirt. I want something like light, something different. Yeah. Let me get a little $12 item. Let me get an addition. So I feel that maybe that's why the koozies are a hot seller amongst other artists and so forth, other items, because I think it's like a good addition. Right. It's like it's not like a pricey item, and it's something maybe with like a cool logo. Right.
Like most people don't just go, oh, let me get that koozie. It's more like an add-on item, right?
Yeah. There you go. I don't think that's like their official to go to. Right. Like, hey, let me go to the booth to just get that koozie. Right. Hey, it's like, hey, you know what? Let me add to what I already have. Right. So. And you know what? Like I said, their logo is honestly, it's like, man, it's so iconic, and literally, it's like it's been out for decades.
Yeah, and you recognize it as soon as you see it. You're like, oh.
Like we don't have to change anything.
Right.
We don't have to do it. Like we as is. Yeah. That. We're gonna move it to
and bring that nostalgia back. Bring that because. I mean, it wasn't always offered. You know what I mean? So, and then, they did change their logo for a while. Then, they're kind of using it again. So, we're bringing it again on merch. Yeah. So, and a lot of the fans that from way back, they love seeing it. Yeah.
Well, ultimately, that's what it comes down to. If you're a fan of, right now, we're literally referring to them. Yeah. So, if you're a fan, dude, you know their logo, right? You know it, and it's like, fuck, that's like, damn, that's like a classic, you know? Exactly. So, that's gonna go on. So now we got the koozies now that we're talking about. What else did we talk about that we were gonna do?
We talked about possibly a poster as well.
Okay. That is the posters is an item that we've done several years for multiple artists. That's something that we've done it, and it's been a good addition as well, a seller. I think the last year or so we haven't done posters. I mean, we like I said, because we decided to try other items. Yeah. But for this case, we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it back, and because we haven't done posters for Los Temerarios. Right. We haven't done those, so we're gonna bring those for them this year, and it's gonna be a cool design, and with their image, their logo, maybe the tour dates on there. Like I said, it's on development right now. I mean, this literally
still gotta play with it.
We decided to start developing today, so. But yeah, that's another item that we're gonna add, and what else did we talk about?
The customized hats.
Oh yeah, that's another thing we are gonna do. As of now, we have the idea of doing 3 custom hats, and we want to do them embroidered as well. And for sure, we want to include one with their logo. Another one with their other wolf logo, because they have a couple. They have a couple of different logos.
Have variations.
Yeah, variations of it. Yeah, you're right. And then the third one would be with their tour colors that they're using for 2023. Right. Which is kind of like a like a turquoise. Yeah. Like a turquoise or
black
whatever.
And turquoise.
Yeah, black and turquoise. So that's what we were talking about. Like, hey, what's a good combination that we can use for a hat? And we had seen some examples. So as of now, I think it would be like turquoise, black, and silver. Right. That's so far what we've talked about. Doesn't mean it's going to be what we, keep at the end.
Stay tuned. You'll see.
But like I said, at the end, the thing is to visualize like a very attractive lineup,
right?
You know, like where you look at it and just the display looks like, honestly, I want it to look beautiful, man.
Yeah,
I want it to look like, fuck, this shit looks.
Yep.
It looks
very
badass,
professional,
you know.
Very like,
and it pops,
nice setup,
and it pops, and it pops because we want the fans to look at it and be like, damn, like they're being
all of it.
They're being not only that, they're being represented very nicely.
Right.
They're professional. We want their management to be like, fuck, like this shit is we've never had.
Right.
We've never had it like the display look this good.
Right.
You know, and we want the artists to be like, damn, bro, like I'm
proud of their merch.
proud,
Right.
exactly, proud, like fuck, like this is
like that's my merch.
That's exactly like shit. Like, hey, let me buy some discount, bro. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah. Anyways, but yeah, so those are the items that we have. Oh no, we did talk about one more, which was we want to have another last image just with their image. That's just going to be just like a regular one.
Like like an artistic,
there
like,
you go.
More like a black and white, right? Is that what
yeah,
we
mentioned that, but it is going to be more on the artistic side. Nothing that shows the dates or anything like that. This is just going to be more like a Temerarios, like a fan shirt or whatever. Like, you know, like, hey, because there are those people that not everybody wants like a very like loud shirt that has like a print here, a print here, a print there, a print there. Maybe something just like, hey, dude, I just want something, maybe something like
nice
maybe just something in the front. That's it, nothing else. So we want to cover everyone. We want to cover everyone,
right?
You know, and there you go. We those are the items that we have in mind right now, and it's actually a pretty big lineup.
Yeah.
We're like, oh shit, it went from like a few items, and then we're like, all right, cool, let's add another one. Another one.
The number one fans deserve that and more.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm a visual person. So just thinking about it in my head, I can visualize like all the items set up, line up, like with the colors and all that. I think it's gonna pop.
Yeah,
it's gonna pop. You know, and that's like I said, that's the objective for it to be like, oh man, que llame la atención. You know, for it to catch attention. So yeah, man, that's what's in the works, man. That's what's in the works.
So you know, it's a good beginning. You know, like we said, it takes time. You know, to develop. You know, our whole tour lineup, you know, so we're working on it, and we'll definitely guys keep you posted. Yeah,
like I said, the more time we have, it's always better.
Yep.
And in this case, it seems like we have it now. It's just getting to work, man.
Yep, sounds good. I mean, I think that's a good way to wrap it up.
Yeah. All right.
For this time, and we'll keep you guys posted, like I said, and you can also you know, currently buy this one and other items and at bullseyemerch.com and just click on Los Temerarios image and you'll be able to buy it there.
Cool.
So, yep.
All right, man.
So that's it for today.
All right.
All right. See you guys. Peace.